the RV back a little bit so we can not pit in the mud.
In the back of the truck, yes sir.
But it's still a little wet. So, trying to get it figured out. Staff is real great, trying to help.
I think that was. What is that bar?
Yeah. Go! Easy now. Keep going.
Mario, move.
There we go. Easy breezy. Good for the rest of the day.
Not running 26s. There's only 2 people in the class. The other guy went to small tire, and I went to run what you brung. So we're running small tire and run what you brung. Drew 9th pair left lane. Donna, I don't remember the last name. Don't know what they have. So I'm trying to, now that I know we're early running, I got to try and figure out what to do and then make the changes, make the adjustments, and then watch the track to see how it comes around and then do some final stuff. Hopefully we make it through and we go on the second round. So we'll see. Lady's name's Donna. She got the right lane. It's all-wheel drive, and I put a tune-up in and I changed it like 50 times on the way up there. It's not what I expected. I expected a completely different outcome of what it was going to be. The surface, like I expected it to be really good, and it's not. So I pulled. The car left good, and it left good. Once it got the shocks and the struts and everything extended, once it started coming back down, I lost the tire, it unloaded. So I gotta try and make some changes real quick, remedy that. That way, when we go back up, we're third pair left lane and run what you brung also. So we've only got one class in between us, trying to cool the car down, check the plugs, fuel it up. We're busting our asses out here.
And it's very hot and humid.
It is very hot. That's the hottest the car's been all year so far. And I was really, like I didn't start it up till I got up to the line down there. So yeah, that's that. We're on to the second round of small tire and getting ready for the first round of Run What You Brung. What You Brung round 1. I drew a 3rd gen Camaro, and he is not from too far from me, so it's kind of a small world in that aspect. So not knowing what I'm in for, I do know that he was running another class, and when they called us up, he was still in line for the other class, so we had to wait on him, and he was kind of worried about making it back up there in time. And in the driver's meeting, they said that your clock don't start, the 2-minute timer don't start until the other opponent pulls out there and I think is in the burnout box. So I made sure to let him know to make sure his car's right. Don't rush back up there. They can't start the clock until I pull into the box. I just won't pull out. So, but he did. He made his pass and got back up there relatively quick for just making a pass. So go up, do the burnout, do everything, and let off the button, and the car wanted to wheelie. I didn't let it get it there I didn't let it get very high. I caught it before it got very high, and we was able to pull out a win on that one and make it to the 2nd round of Run What You Brung. We draw Austin Jeffers. I don't know a whole lot about the car. I was kind of asking around to see if any of my people has seen it run, and I heard that it was making good passes. It was running pretty good. I would have to be on my game. So with that, I put the best tune-up that I could think that I could put in it, like what I thought it would take. This was my first pass in the right lane, and I didn't know much about the right lane. So this one, I believe we got a bunch of mud on the track right before this one. So that was a big tiff. Like clunks of mud out of the truck tires, the diesel truck class. Somebody had parked in the mud and like just slung it all over the track. But they got that all cleaned up. Like I really didn't know what to expect out of this lane. I know there was a transition down there that was giving people a lot of headaches and heartaches. Went up, did our thing, and we was able to stay ahead of him and pull out 2nd round win in small tire. Run What You Brung, round 2. We draw Charles Courier and the Houdini car. Now, if any of you remember in Cumberland, he damn near half-tracked me. So you'll see that we've closed up the gap a little bit on that one. Still, clearly he has the faster car. It's just the surface, I think, played a huge part in this. Me having the lift because of a wheelie. We fought wheelies all day. Me having the lift for a wheelie, I think we would have been neck and neck. I would have loved to have not had to lift against him, but once again, he beat me. We did everything we could think of the rightest way we could to try to, I guess, not overdo it yet not underdo it. And like I said, I missed on the setup for a wheelie. Like, it wheelied. The surface steadily got better every round, and I was off. I missed it. And that kind of ruined our shot at being able to try to get one back from him, because he keeps beating me.
But we're getting closer.
I've got one on him, and after that, he's beat me every time we race since. So, trying.
That's all you can do. We're getting closer.
So all we have to worry about is small tire now. Drew a blue S10. Again, knew nothing about it. Had heard that he was doing really good, and we're getting down in the numbers now. So everybody there is making good passes, or they're there for a reason. Nobody should be overlooked. Excuse me. But so we get him. I go up. We do our routine. Let off the button, and the car stayed down. I didn't have to lift. No wheelie, like we're finally getting somewhere. So I get out to, I believe, around the transition I was talking about earlier in the right lane that was messing people up, and the car just loses the tire. And so I'm pedaling and trying to drive the car. I don't know where he's at. But I didn't want to think that he wasn't there, and he was there. So I drove it the best that I could and got it under control and was able to pull out this win.
Team Denver versus Ohio.
So we got Team Denver versus Ohio. The only ones left in small tire is Team SRC, me, and Team Denver. I get Jarrett, which is Team Denver from North Carolina, it's Team Denver. We'll call it that. So with this one, I feel that Jarrett, and this is my personal opinion, I feel that Jarrett had been faster than Charles all night. I don't know that to be true, but I felt like he was. So I did my typical thing. I honestly didn't make a whole bunch of changes from the round before this, which was in the right lane, because I felt that the left lane was it was better for me. It was smoother for me to get down. The car was leaving better in the left lane. So I didn't make any changes up front, really. I did soften out back a little bit, just in case the transition wasn't a fluke. It was the track changing. So I made a little bit of changes out there. Or I guess it would be midway out back. But went up. I mean, I put the best tune-up in it, I thought. Did what I thought I needed to do. Went up, did our thing. Let off the button. The car didn't wheelie. It actually spun, drove right, went out of the groove. I had to drive it back over. And when you make a mistake like that, or you mess up like that with any of these guys that's left, I mean, you're not coming back from it typically. And ended up giving that one away. I don't know that we would have been there with him, but I would have loved to have had a clean pass for him. And we just couldn't give it to him. And he don't want to win like that either. Those guys, everybody there wants to race. They want to have good passes out of both cars and be the faster person. I just couldn't give it to him. So that's faulty on my side. And now we're out of the race. So Team Denver put me out of both classes.
Okay, so those of you that have followed us probably saw that we had introduced our fan cam on this race.
Yeah.
If you did not get notifications or did not get to watch those, what the fan cam is real live time us going round and round in our pits. We will continue to do that as long as we have service. And perfect it a little bit more. I understand what you guys were saying on the feedback about the mic. So we are going to remedy that. We are not going to have the crew members though wear personal mics, just to keep kind of things how we like it, but we will introduce a mic on that. So if you get an alert and we're at a racetrack, we do live feed round by round on that. However, when we got back from this last pass, we did not turn on the live feed, so you guys missed a little bit of what happened. We had an issue with the car, so CJ's going to go into that, what that issue was.
All right, so when we come back, or I made my pass the round before the last round whenever I raced Jarrett, come back, and we're pulling the plugs every round. We check the plugs every round. Pulled the plugs out, and number one was burnt. The strap was burnt off of it. Didn't at that point know how bad the damage was. All I had with me was a compression gauge, so I checked compression in it, and it was considerably down. At this point, I don't know whether it's a piston, head gasket. Typically, whenever I got a plug like that in the past, it was a piston. So I pulled timing out of that cylinder, pulled a good bit of timing out of that cylinder just to try to keep it alive, keep it from doing anything stupid and costing any more damage. Put a new plug in it, and that's when we went out. I mean, that's when we went out to race Jarrett. Him winning has nothing to do with that. I don't think. That pass just wasn't a good pass for him, and like I said, you cannot mess up against these guys. They're on point about every race, every pass. So we got a burnt plug. We've got issues. I do not have it apart yet. I do have coolant in the cylinder. I do know that. That's really all I know at this point. I don't know if it's a head gasket or if it's a head. I did look in the cylinder with a borescope, and the piston looks good. It doesn't look like it hurt the piston at all. So my fingers are crossed that it's just a head gasket and I can get it back together pretty quick. But I don't know if it would have torched the head over to the water jacket, or if it needs head repair. I don't know how bad it is just yet. We've been really busy with the graduation and graduation party set up, so I just haven't had time to get it apart. Yeah, we put new plugs in it. We put a whole set of new plugs in it for Jared. Not just one. But within pulling the plugs, getting the plugs out, like I gapped the plugs, didn't pay any attention. I gapped all of them, and they got put in. They were pulled out by one of the crew out of a box that had new plugs in it. 2 of the plugs ended up being -8s. I run NGK -10s. Don't have any idea how I got 2 -8s in with my plugs, because all my plugs are -10. He didn't know any better. Like I said, I gapped them. I didn't catch it. Nobody caught it. It didn't hurt anything. We didn't hurt anything by having those plugs in it. But I was trying to wrap my head around how in the hell we got 2 -8s in there. And I still haven't figured it out. I don't know how they got mixed in with the plugs. I don't run -8s in anything. They came out of a box of plugs that I've had for a while. So it's nothing that I've gotten recent. This would have been something that I had gotten a while ago and just didn't catch it. So from that, we've learned to look at every plug and make sure it's the right plug to go in it.
It was nothing any of our crew did wrong.
Yeah, nobody did anything wrong. We just didn't catch it. It didn't catch it. That's all. Like
it could have been put in the wrong box at the store.
I said I handled each and every one of the plugs and I didn't catch it. So, just something to live and learn. That's all we can do, live and learn, and hope that it doesn't happen again, and take precautions to make it so that it doesn't. We can catch stuff like that. I know we dropped a plug pulling it out, and like if we drop a plug, we can put a new one in it. We don't try to, I guess, hope the plug's okay. If we drop it, we put one in it. So it's just something that happens. I couldn't get a handle on, I guess, the track and the chassis setup early enough to be able to make things happen. The crew, we all worked our butts off. They did everything they needed to do, and then some, every round. Can't thank them enough. Like everybody that came to support, everybody that came to watch, appreciate it.
In small tire, we made it down to the final 5 out of 39.
Yeah, we made it down to 5 out of 39, and then run what you brung. I think, what did we make it to?
6.
Made it to 6.
So we were due to be at KD for Midnight Madness Saturday night.
Yeah.
Right now, it doesn't look like Raggedy Ann's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chance. I mean, I could baby and pray. I could baby that hole and pray, but I'm not gonna chance really hurting it. So I just got to get it apart and see how bad the damage is.
And then more in the woods is next weekend. So I don't know. We might go to KD and spectate, or sell merch, or take a different car. We haven't decided yet. It's really hectic with Allie graduating this week.
We got Gavin running upstart.
Oh, Gavin's running upstart, so there we go.
Yeah, our youngest crew member is going to race his car.
So we got to go. So you'll see us at Midnight Madness at KD this weekend on Saturday. As long as the weather's good, everything's good there. But the car will not be there, unfortunately. We'll try
unless if it's a head gasket and I can actually get time to get it apart and get it back together, and like the head's not hurt, there's nothing wrong with the head. I don't know. I feel like it would move some material on the head if it I guess burnt the head gasket into a water jacket. It could be as much as it just lifted the head. It was lean. So, and one of the other guys on the crew kept saying it's lean, it's lean, it's lean, and we started adding fuel. And that last pass out back, I put 0.6 degree, 0.6 of a degree in it, or not the last pass, the pass before the last. I put 0.6 of a degree in it, and I feel like for the fueling, we didn't have the fueling under control. Had I not put that in it, we wouldn't have burned it. On the timing, and it's not even close to being unsafe. It's just it didn't have fuel there. It had too much in it for the fueling that was there. You should never burn anything up by going lean if you don't have any timing in it. So apparently that 0.6 of a degree would put me over the edge. So with that, I'm paying the price. You know what I mean? I got to get it apart and see what the damage is. So hopefully praying I can at least get it apart to see what the damage is, so I've got something to tell you guys. We're back there working like dogs trying to get
He's covered in mud.
Trying to get this thing ready for Allie's graduation party. So
We're doing our best, but we'll give you an update on the car as soon as we can. And we appreciate y'all watching. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the live feed for us to keep that up, going round and round.
Yeah.
Something new.
Yeah, we'll all grow from that. We'll try to learn how to be better at it and all that good stuff. So.
April and May will be our spectator giveaway for KD Cash Days at the Hill, and includes a 2-night stay at a cabin, a $50 gas card, a $60 Rowdy's restaurant card, and 2-day 2 spectators entry fee. New merch is included and the original design as well. Make sure you purchase online to enter.